Scorpion. Some were created by the players, some were created already in the game. Same thing with Baraka.
Tarkatan warriors are legendary.
Then why don't you flee, Earthrealmer?
The Shaddai Ryu embrace danger.
Round 1. Fight!
So this is a Mortal Kombat game, so you expect the fighting to be brutal. MK11 sees the return of Baraka, who was a fan favorite from Mortal Kombat 2. So let's see some of the moves he does here. Not to be outdone, Scorpion has a few tricks up his sleeve. Okay, now without getting too technical, we're going to get into some of the geeky fighting game moments out there. Mortal Kombat, traditionally we've had 1 meter that's a shared resource amongst the offense, defense, and the super moves. Mortal Kombat X is separating all 3 of those. So we have a horizontal meter is the offense attacks, vertical meter is the defensive attacks. See, Baraka's going to shooting 2 using his offensive moves. Also can extend this leg stab here into a throw with a also. Scorpion here is going to escape from a knockdown using his defensive meter. And you're going to notice here that the fatal blow that's actually tied to 30% of the health meter. When it's reduced, you get fatal blow available. This adds completely new dynamic and tension to the fighting. Both Baraka and Scorpion have a fatal blow right now. Baraka wins this fight.
Round 2. Fight!
So Scorpion missed his fatal blow attack, but it actually will regenerate after a cooldown period. So you'll notice his fatal blow is established, he can pull it off. And now to be outdone, Baraka now has his fatal blow available. And of course, it wouldn't be Mortal Kombat without fatalities.
Fatality. Baraka wins.
We're going to quickly talk here about, we have custom variations. On this player variation screen, the players can create, modify, and collect multiple versions of every character. There are a ton of features that you can customize, from the costume pieces, the intros, the victories, as well as a huge variety of skins here. Every fighter has 3 costume pieces. You see Scorpion, they're changing the mask here, picking a new one. You can actually program these to different attributes. See, we're swapping out the spear, or the katana for a new one. And of course, Scorpion's iconic spear can be swapped out for a new one as well. Now this visual here is going to give you an idea of kind of like the dramatic differences you can have in the different variations of Scorpion here. This is the case with all the fighters. So you're going to know Scorpion and Baraka, all the kind of variations you're going to see, you know, playing people online and whatnot. Our second fight here is Sonya versus Scarlett, who is a returning character from Mortal Kombat 9.
Looking for me, Scarlett? A few pints of blood is all I ask. Trust me, I'm not your type.
Round 1. Fight.
Both Sonya and Scarlett return with their classic moves as well as some new ones. Sonya has a bunch of gadgets that she can play with here. While Scarlett has her signature blood attacks. We're going to take a look at some of the nuances we have. We have a new feature called a flawless block. A perfectly timed block will open a window for countering attacks. Watch Scarlett doing a quick hop. You can evade low attacks and also open another window for countering moves. Now notice Sonya's health is reached below 30%. When it reaches there again, you're going to notice a fatal blow is available. That's when you can release a devastating blow. Again, Sonya has her fatal blow ready, so she can release it. So that was enough damage to release fatal blow available for Scarlett, which she'll attack here. Which is enough to win the match, and you might have seen a glimpse of this fatality here.
Fatality. Scarlett wins.
So that's a little piece of Mortal Kombat 11. But I'm guessing maybe you guys want to see some fatalities, a little more. Okay, we're going to roll this footage. Can't wait for you to check that out.
Finish him.
Mercy is wasted on those who defile Earthrealm.
I'll pick your bones clean.
Savagery is no match for skill.
Yet again, Liu Kang, you've chosen the wrong destiny.
I will destroy our enemies before they destroy us.
Makes perfect sense, because what do you think of Hayate? Crazy showmanship and mobility.
Yeah, excellent footsies as well, and I've already seen some good tools from Scorpion in that.
Yeah, one of the big things about this game is most of the characters use weapons, and they definitely use them well. Like, Scorpion now uses his sword more than he ever has, and he has excellent range. He's kind of been reimagined as a mid-range combatant.
So let's talk a little bit about how the game differs from MKX. What are some things to look for right off the bat?
One of the big things to look out for is the new meter system. There's now 2 stamina bars. There's defensive and offensive. And offense is what you use to do amplify your moves. Defense is what you use to do wake-up attacks or wake-up rolls or our new breakaway mechanic. And we have our first crushing blow. That's another one of the new mechanics.
Okay.
There are certain moves, 5 or 6 per character, where they have different properties. For example, doing the move 3 times in a row, or countering a high attack, or punishing a move, and you will get that X-ray effect, and they do a ton of damage.
Oh man.
Eye-popping damage, mind-blowing damage. And they also can have properties like they can pop you up or restand you. They are significantly better versions of those moves when you get the crushing blow effect.
So that meter, just to be clear, it just comes back on a timer? It's
Correct.
not related to anything else?
There's no longer meter building by doing moves or taking chip damage. It's on a timer. You can almost think of it like a cooldown.
Okay.
And it is a very fast cooldown if you've only used 1 bar, so you definitely should feel welcome to use your amplified moves a lot, but if you have none right now, you can see he would not do this amplified teleport.
Right.
Oh, you can see Baraka jumping that back one. Very smart.
I started to read that teleport, I think, right there. But you can see, is that back 1, I think you told me?
Yes, back 1 is the sword move.
Yeah, incredible button right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of the characters play their best at that kind of mid-range.
Oh, here we go, let's see. I got the
history of fighting games, correct? Here's my statement. I want your answer.
Okay.
Sonic Fox is the most talented player to ever pick up a pad over Tokido and Daigo. Raw, I'm not saying length of time playing, results, just raw talent.
Look, give me a few more years. Give me a few more years and I'll let you know the answer to that. But right now, yeah, he's on the very, very short list of all time. Absolutely already on that list.
That said, if there is anyone that can beat this guy in another Elm game, it is his close friend Rewind.
Yeah, they play a lot for sure.
These guys play constantly.
Yeah. They were the grand finals of the Injustice 2 Pro Series grand finals.
Now, Rewind playing Raiden is actually no surprise. That's who he played in MKX, and he wasn't as well known. He really blew up in Injustice 2, but MKX has had a resurgence. He's been bodying people with Displacer Raiden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this character seems a little bit different. It seems maybe a little bit more like Zoning and Footsie's character.
I would definitely describe him as a Zoning or like Footsie character for sure.
Yo, this man is already pressing buttons between strings. For real, he just did that.
And this actually might kill.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Very, very close. Now, Rewind is nutty enough to go for his crushing blow. Oh, wow! And there you see.
That was fast.
Now, that lightning move, he has a close, medium, and far version of that.
Okay.
He also has excellent range with his normals.
Yeah, even from this range, he can attack.
Yeah, he uses his staff in a lot of normals, and his punches and kicks have really good. His back one, too. Oh.
Wow. Was that maybe a wrong throw tech? Is that why there was a crushing blow? Okay. That makes sense. Okay, got it correctly that time.
Now, Sonya is a good pick for Sonic Fox. She, unlike a lot of characters, she doesn't use a weapon, so her range is some of the shortest in this version of the game, but she makes up for it with really, really good mix-ups. She has like a very long move list, and she has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups. They're all unsafe, but she makes you guess constantly. Like, her back 1-2 there, the second hits an overhead, and then she has a low to complement it. So she's very much a high-risk, high-reward mix-up character, and Sonic's so good at predicting how you're going to block and mixing you up. It's a great character for him.
That definitely makes sense to me.
Unfortunately for Sonic, he's having a lot of trouble actually getting going because Raiden is so good in the mid-range. Raiden is also a character where the custom character variation really sets him apart. He has his classic moves you'd expect, the teleport, the Superman, but he has a lot of, like Geras, very wacky moves. He actually has a stance where he starts hovering in the air. We showed it to you, and he has like 4 different moves out of it.
Yeah.
He's got a move that's, he actually puts his staff into the ground and it's planted, and then he can do his lightning moves to bounce off of it. A lot of kind of trap or setup moves if he chooses to use those.
Now, at the end of the last round when he was going for the chip out kill, was there anything that Sonic could have done? Is there like a push block, or is there anything in that sense?
There's the flawless block where chip is dramatically reduced and you get a reversal. So that's kind of how you would want to push block in this game. So it's very high skill survivability.
If you block one hit of a string and the next hit of the string, do you have to continue to input the...
You do not. You can hold block and you'll still get the reduced chip thing. So if you're good enough to get it going, you know, you can survive stuff you'd normally be killed by.
What if you block the first hit of a string regularly? Can you then do the special timing block for the second hit of it?
It depends on how big the gap is in the string.
Okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head what the frame, you know.
Okay,
the nerds can look into that minutia later.
For sure.
But yeah, there will be scenarios where there's enough of a gap and you can flawless block the second hit and then punish it.
But not on a tight string.
Right.
It's a pretty slow chase down for Sonic Fox, as you can see. I mean, those buttons out of Raiden are big.
Right.
Yeah, very fast forward movement.
Now, Sonic Fox has figured out, though, her onion rings are actually really, really, really good in this game. They recover really... It's kind of like Baraka, where they're surprisingly... You normally wouldn't think of her onion rings as being super, super strong, but they are great in this.
Okay. And we saw briefly, I don't know if we've seen it actually connect, but Raiden has a huge anti-air, gigantic forward range on that.
Oh, that shot's so good.
Oh, man.
Now, this really shows the Fatal Blow mechanic here because he has now made this comeback, but Sonic is now in Fatal Blow territory.
Right.
And she has an overhead and a low that can link into it, so Rewind could be in a ton of trouble if Sonic gets in. And Sonic got in. He might go for it.
Keeping it safe,
no,
looks
he's just
like.
going for the pressure. Oh, there
he was? Was that a low? Yeah.
That was a low, yeah. Yeah, Sonic's doing a really good job just kind of getting to mid-range, then blocking. Oh, big jump in.
Target down.
Okay, let's see what he
Now
got.
Rewind tries to get out of the corner.
Dang, look at the damage already.
The short hop. It's so impressive that these guys, I mean, these guys are Evo champions. They are already using a mechanic like that.
Did you make Kombat out of the rings?
Oh.
Yeah, but Rewind can't afford that right now. He's too low on life.
And Rewind's just one, basically throw or low, even in chip damage
That was a
territory.
punish. Even okay. Okay, there he goes.
Usually calling in air support.
Oh.
My favorite detail here is the intestine attached.
Going back to the zoning game, again, we've seen a lot of this coming out of Raiden.
And, you know, I just saw you asked for questions on Twitter, and someone asked, are there brutalities?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That's something I would ask players here. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know the answer to that.
They were definitely a cool feature in MKX. I hope they're back.
Okay. Okay. Some pressure now from Sonic Fox as he moves forward.
Yeah, and Sonic Fox is definitely adjusted here after that first game. Oh, that mace is in play, though. Let's see if
the
he goes for
interactable mace.
And remember, you can amplify an interactable to get armor. It's one of the few ways you can get armor in this game, so it's pretty useful.
Okay.
Oh, that crushing blow is probably killed.
What was that?
I believe that one is if you block the first, try to flawless block the second, and you fail. I believe.
Wow, okay. That gets pretty involved,
Don't like mortgage your house on that, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that did like a ton of damage.
But that's a super sick condition. So you have an incentive to not try, I guess. Very cool. If you're not exact with your timing.
Oh, good anti-air with the uppercut. Uppercuts are like really good in this game.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of characters have great hitboxes on it. That was the beginning of Superman right there, which you can cancel actually.
Yes, you can actually delay the Superman. He kind of levitates, or you can cancel it. Now, you can't cancel it forever because it takes some of your stamina, but
yeah,
it's a pretty good fake out.
For sure, yeah. Rewind looking all right.
Sonic can steal this with Fatal Blow if he wants. Oh, nope.
That was an anti-air? That anti-airs?
That move just shuts you down. Like, you're not moving.
You can't jump through. So I thought that the hitbox was at the bottom of the screen, but it's the actual lightning.
Now, Raiden, it's not tracking. Raiden has to know close, medium, or far, but yeah, that's definitely a do not move, sir.
Wow.
And Sonic is really making hay with those rings. Oh, great tech.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are already teching each other's throws and playing patient in the mid-range.
Yeah, I really like watching Sonic just sort of move forward inexorably. It's not super fast each time, but you can see him consistently doing it.
What are these two friends going to do when they're not playing this game every day until April? Like, this flight is going to be such an emo flight for them because you know they're going to be hyped to play all day long.
Ready for the tech and had the right angle on it.
Oh, there you saw the amplified spear with the armor.
Oh, that's a good damage. All he needs is chip.
Sonic could easily...
Oh,
that
hold on.
could be a critical mistake. And Sonic's going to cash in that fatal blow.
Well, why not? If he takes one more hit of chip, he's done.
Yeah. Wait, that even might just kill.
No.
Almost.
Oh, okay, rewind out of there.
I forgot about the teleport.
Okay.
This is the classic Sonic Fox rewind set.
Yeah. Rewind didn't forget about the teleport. He was ready with that. I see, okay.
And we'll see.
By the way, some other characters have that too. It's not just him, but
Baraka
yeah,
also does have a command grab.
He does have a command grab. So Garrus has a really strong command grab that goes really far. Corner carry is excellent. He has some good buttons, and man, some of his there is the command grab, and you see how long he holds you.
It has the unique property where if he's near a wall, he then makes a sand wall and throws you into it.
It does a lot more damage when that happens as well. He has little kind of atrocitus sort of semi-zoning, as you saw right there. He also has some crazy stuff in the variations, and I'm not sure which ones he ended up with here, but he's got some real nutty tools, let me tell you.
He has a rewind time move. He has a move where he can actually remove time from the clock. He is a very unique, he's like a hybrid character of a weird kind of trap character, and then with the command grab.
Yes. Yeah, very, very funky design. But these buttons right now out of Scarlet, the range is incredible.
Scarlet is the footsie's queen, the mid-range queen, in my opinion. She uses blood to conjure weapons, and they all have excellent range.
Oh, hold on here.
Multiple projectiles, and there's the fatal blow.
So when you're down below a certain percentage of life, you get access to the fatal blow.
Yes.
And it is a huge amount of damage, as you can see, round-winning damage.
It is big damage, and they have armor. And armor's not as prevalent as it has been in previous games. You're really going to have to use your mid-range to just avoid stuff. So the fatal blow is going to be one of the best ways to have armor. It is not tied to your stamina bar at all,
right?
Which means you don't have to use your resources. In previous games, you'd have to give up all your resources to do an X-ray attack. Now with Fatal Blow, you're free to use it if you have 30%, which just inherently makes them so much more powerful.
Sure, yeah, you'll get it every game, every round.
The catch is, once it hits, you can't use it again. So one of the meta of the game is going to be decide, do you want to make a comeback in round one, like we just saw? Gur will never have his Fatal Blow again, now that he's used it.
Oh, in the whole game?
In the whole game.
Oh, I thought it was rounds. Wow. That is really big.
So they are absolute game changers that are extremely strong, but you only get the one cash in.
That was his command grab. Same one, it's just at the wall,
right.
Like Bit was saying, it's a little bit different.
And he can hold the button to throw them even further, like carry them even further.
Oh, now the fatal blow's there for Scar.
And that's the crushing blow. That
my God, look at the damage.
So the way that one works is the last hit's an overhead of the string. If you duck block, you get the crushing blow. He also has a low where he does sand trap. So it's a 50-50. If they think you're going to do the low sand move, they duck. And if they get hit by that overhead, they lose 40% of their life because of the crushing X and MK9. You use the opposite button to break them. They have a forward and a back one. A lot of crushing blows are actually tied to throw, and the requirement will be if the opponent techs the wrong way, you get the crushing blow, and they do bigly damage. Like Scarlet has one, so her throw can do like 30% if you tech wrong.
Oh, sick, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
So as the defender, almost riskier to try to tech in some situations.
Well, that's exactly it. And you could actually, if you think they're going to throw, do an uppercut, because that would trigger the counter-hitting high attack for the uppercut crushing blow.
Wow, all right.
So it kind of works both ways, actually, of how risky throws can be.
Interesting.
Oh, he had gone for the interactable. You can still amplify interactables to get armor. It's one of the few ways that has armor in the game.
Okay.
However, normally an interactable takes 50% of your defense. If you amplify it to get armor, it takes 50% of offense and defense. Armor across the board is significantly lessened than it was in previous games. A lot of characters only have armor on their fatal blow or a handful of moves.
So they're both finding pretty good strings right now and making the opponent block a lot. Is there anything that they could be doing about that?
Yes, one of the new mechanics is flawless block. It's if you block an attack at the last second within just a couple of frames, chip damage is significantly reduced and you actually break out earlier, and it allows you to punish things or recover faster than you normally would.
Okay.
It's a very hard mechanic. It's meant to be kind of, you really have mastered the timing and you really know your opponent well, but it can save your life. Like, if you're about to die by chip damage, it can save you. You also, if you reversal a move with flawless block, you have access to your wake-up attacks. So the up 2 or the up 3 that uses your wake-up attacks, you could do as a reversal. So I'll give you an example.
Oh, after blocking.
Right. Like if you do Sub-Zero slide and I block it, if I flawless block, I can then reversal up 2 and get the pop-up attack.
Our battle changed you. For the better. But you wear my amulet. Finally, you embrace the truth the Elder Gods deny. The truth I was cast out for speaking.
The truth I embrace, Shinnok, is that mercy is wasted on those who defile Earthrealm. I will destroy our enemies before they destroy us, starting with you.
How, Raiden? Not even you can kill an Elder God.
There are fates worse than death. I will deliver you to Liu Kang and your Netherrealm minions. You will serve as warning. and an emblem of my wrath.
This is not your destiny, Shinnok. Once again, the Thunder God has upset the balance of history. But know this. The arc of the universe bends to my will. It is only a matter of time.
Come thunder, come lightning.
Do you fear nothing, Geras?
Nothing within your power, Raiden.
Fatality. Geras wins.
I think with every Mortal Kombat game that we start, we want to introduce something new, something different.
There's been some advances that have been made, like facial animations and just the quality of the art overall.
We're getting into environments and stuff that we weren't just able to do in the past at this level of fidelity.
One thing we want to do is freshen up the cadence of gameplay and stuff like that, and I think that's something that I think we really nailed with the new Crush and Blow feature. Kind of keeping these explosive, violent moments a little more random and a little more shocking to the player as you watch them.
NetherRealm is becoming known for, attention to detail. Our characters are just incredibly realistic.
We have on all of our characters, we have scanned faces, we have fully detailed tiling material system on all of our materials for all of our characters. That holds up both in gameplay and both in our cinematic moments.
Kitana, Empress of the Dead.
MK11 picks up where MKX left off. Raiden had become Dark Race.
turns out he has disrupted the balance of good and evil in the universe that was desired by Kronika, a new character to the Mortal Kombat universe, who is the keeper of time and the architect of the destiny of the universe.
First boss female character in any Mortal Kombat game, so we're really excited about that.
Now that things have shifted irrevocably to the side of good, and so she has only one solution left, and that is to rewind time back to the beginning and restart it.
One of the interesting aspects of MK11's story with the time folding is that you get to see so many interesting interactions between young and old versions of themselves.
The thought of becoming you sickens me.
We really wanted to focus on customization this time around. There's this collection component of like you can collect all these different augments, you get to apply those things to gear, and you can use that to customize a ton of different gameplay stuff.
Now we're giving players the ability to create their own variations, so it's almost infinite number of variations.
As a player, you can get into the Towers of Time and you can start doing a lot of things. They're going to turn over, some are going to be hourly, some are going to be 6 hours, 8 hours a day, some of them a week because they're going to take you a long time to get through. There's going to be a lot of different things to do.
We really try to improve just the multiplayer experience. Players want to be matched up with somebody of comparable skill level.
Everyone's always making progress, right? If you're playing competitively online, win or lose, you're making progress towards something that's going to make you better, more effective, right?
You know, I think the biggest thing we always keep as a theme when we're starting with any of the games is the word fun. The first time you get the like enhanced versions of specials feels awesome to me. And I've been working this for like 15, 18 years in Mortal Kombat. That's still awesome to me when it happens.
This game has a ton of content. An absolute ton of content.